Welcome to a new episode of MCC Connects. I'm Mary Jo Griffin. It's a pleasure for me to introduce you to Ryan Manita and Michael Mango, both students at Middlesex Community College. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I always like to start with a little bit about each of you. So Ryan, I actually have a little bit of a history with you. You were in the Paul Sullivan Leadership Institute last year with me.
Absolutely.
But tell us a little bit about yourself, how you ended up at Middlesex Community College, a little bit of your background.
Absolutely. May I add, it's been an excellent honor to be part of the Paul Sullivan Leadership Institute and
Great.
to be an alum. Looking back at all the experience that I had from that really allowed me to push forward academically, socially, culturally, and be better prepared to have my best foot forward in the professional world. I have about one more semester left until I graduate, and prior to that, it was all a matter of just finding myself and who I was, and Middlesex really was the segue for me to speed up that process and to now identify what I want to do in terms of majoring in environmental science and economics. So. But I'm actually applying to Columbia in New York.
Wonderful. Well,
Absolutely.
good luck.
Thank you so much.
And Michael Mango, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I go to Middlesex, as you said. I'm an engineering major, struggling with calculus, as I'm sure many freshmen are. Would probably be eventually going to UMass Lowell or one of those for environmental engineering. That's the specialty that I'd like to get into.
And that's a great segue into the reason that the two of you, Ryan and Michael, are here today is to talk about the Sustainability Club at Middlesex Community College. So Ryan, I know that you've been there since the beginning. Tell us a little bit about how it got started and why.
Absolutely. Well, there was a two-day course that Middlesex Community College offered on sustainability. It evades my memory, the professor that spearheaded that, but approach. Like the zero waste here at Middlesex Community College.
Let's talk a little bit about that. That was a new initiative that started in September. We saw all the new signs being put, at least in the cafeterias. I don't know if they're anywhere else, but explain to us, Michael, what is that zero waste project?
Well, this was something that was started a bit before my time at the Sustainability Club. I was lucky enough to be around for the implementation of it. The Zero Waste Initiative is, well, the idea is that you have typical cafeteria items, which like, you know, a tray or a bottle or something like that, that would be holding food, that instead of using a plastic item, we would be using a compostable corn-based item, which instead of sitting in a landfill for the next millennia, would be composted and turned into essentially compost, which would then would be sold as a commodity. It's a valuable commodity that would be sold to a local farm to grow more food.
It's commendable that you're working on this. What is a legacy you would like to have the Sustainability Club leave at Middlesex Community College?
The first, and I'd say first major initiative that I was a part of was the garden on campus. The first year it was rather unsuccessful. The second year, which was the main year that I was involved in it, it produced about 350 pounds worth of organic food that was then donated to the Lower Merrimack Food Bank.
Was it all vegetables?
All vegetables, yeah.
If people would like to get involved or participate or just find out what you're doing, where's the best place for people to get in touch with the Sustainability Club at Middlesex Community College?
Sustainability at middlesex.mass.edu.
Oh, that's terrific. So
And we
sustainability.
have a Facebook page as well.
Oh, what's your Facebook page?
Just Sustainability Club Middlesex. Middlesex Sustainability
Yeah,
Club?
it might say Bedford in it somewhere, but yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, Ryan Manita and Michael Mango, thank you so much for joining me
Thank
today.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. It was a pleasure.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. Please stay tuned. At Middlesex Community College, you can save a fortune on a priceless education. Call 1-800-818-3434 or online at www.middlesex.mass.edu. It's our business to help your business. The Middlesex Community College Business and Industry Programs customizes corporate education and training. Call 1-888-622-2400. Get on the fast track to your future at Middlesex Community College Weekend College. Earn a business or early childhood degree today. Call 1-800-818-3434. Did you know Middlesex Community College has a dental hygiene clinic? We offer a full range of services at greatly reduced rates. Stop by the clinic at 44 Middle Street in Lowell or call for an appointment at 978-656-3250. Get connected by following Middlesex Community College on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay up to date with the MCC blog. Welcome back to MCC Connects. We're now going to take a look at a student for Spotlight. Gabriella Davis, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming today. So we're going to do a spotlight on you as a student at Middlesex Community College. Let's start with, how did you end up at the college? How did you come to Middlesex Community College? Because you're not from New England.
No, I'm not. I'm from Indiana. And, you know, it really started with my father. We were sitting down at his house in Indiana, and he sat me down by the computer one day and he said, you know, you need to get back to your education. And, you know, I knew it was time for me to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And my ex-husband was stationed in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that the best choice for me would be to move closer to him so he could see the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 children, and 2 of them belong to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to come here and get my education. Everyone knows Massachusetts is the place to go. It was kind of intimidating.
I'm sure it would
I
have
definitely
been.
needed to kind of rebuild my confidence in myself.
How do you manage school, children, and I know you're also very active at the school as well, not just your academics.
I am. You know, I have a planner with me at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely could not do anything without my planner. I definitely believe in scheduling my homework around my family life, but my children are my priority.
So what are you studying at Middlesex Community College?
I am in the liberal arts and science program, and just a really good program to get into, get my feet wet, I suppose, see I've kind of transitioned into a lot of different courses.
You've been able to explore a little bit?
Yeah, to explore, just to see what I really wanted to get into.
Do you know that yet?
I do, you know, honestly, I do.
Oh, that's
I
wonderful.
really want to get into peace and conflict resolution and political science.
So you have been very involved in the college in the extracurricular activities. You're in SUGA, but this year in particular, you are the student trustee.
Yes.
So first of all, how do you become the student trustee to the Board of Trustees?
Well, you know, you apply for the position. It's an elected position by the student body.
So the student body elects you.
Yes, the student body elects you. So I know I applied for it, and then I had an interview with Melissa Welch. She's the
Okay.
director of the student leadership engagement, and I had to go through that process and wait for the election, and I did. I was elected.
Tell us, what does a student government trustee do? I mean, the student trustee to the Board of Trustees do.
The student trustee sits on the board of trustees. They have a monthly meeting. And, you know, honestly, what I've gained from the experience is just being able to see a different perspective of how businesses really strive. Just the excellence behind it and the people behind, everything that happens at Middlesex Community College. If they ask me to comment regarding, like, the student perspective, I definitely am, willing to give them the student viewpoint.
So that's your role, so that there's a student at the table, so that if any of these, most of them are business people, they're not
Yes.
educators, so they can look to you to say, well, how do you feel about that as a student?
Yes, exactly.
Do they ask you to bring anything back to the student board?
They don't necessarily ask me to bring something back to the student board. I believe that's part of my responsibilities. I do go to, as soon as my meeting is over, the next student government meeting will come up, and I definitely am there to give my report. And, I ask them, what can I do to help Definitely, and I just keep it going.
Do you actually vote as a member of the Board of
I
Trustees?
do. I get a vote. I don't really know. The process is interesting there. It's a lot different than student government where all of the votes are counted. With the Board of Trustees, it's just a simple aye, and the ayes have it.
So you're a Board of Trustees member, you're a full-time mother, you're a full-time student. What else do you do?
Honestly, I am involved, like you said. I have a lot of different extracurriculars that I'm involved with on campus. I'm a part of the Women's Leadership Network on campus.
That's wonderful.
And it's just a wonderful group. We're really trying to really make it a lot larger on the campus and encourage women to come to us for resources and guidance. And honestly, the meetings go, we're just trying to share different viewpoints of women's issues with leadership and the struggles that they may come across. Other things I'm involved with include a Fly Youth Mentor Program with Ryan Manita, and then I'm also part of the TRIO program.
Okay.
And
TRIO, explain what TRIO is.
TRIO is for low income and first generation college students. So, and that definitely pertains to me in so many different levels. And so it's exciting, I'm definitely not the normal student at Middlesex. I'm not traditional by no means. So it's definitely been helpful to be part of the Student Success Program. And I'm also a member of Phi Theta Kappa.
Which is the honor.
Yes, which is the International Honor Society. And a member of the National Leadership Society as well.
Wow.
So I definitely do a lot of different things.
How do you have time for all of this?
Like I said, my planner is full, but I keep myself scheduled. I like being busy.
I love that too. I like to be really organized and I know where I'm going, what I'm doing.
I like being organized, yes. It's definitely helpful.
Well, you are a wonderful success story, and I'm so glad we were able to do a student spotlight on you, Gabby.
All right, thank you so much.
We're going to take a short break. Please stay tuned. At Middlesex Community College, you can save a fortune on a priceless education. Call 1-800-818-3434 or online at www.middlesex.mass.edu. Host your next special event or group meeting at one of Middlesex Community College's 2 exquisite historic homes. Call 978-458-3722. Lowell Middlesex Academy Charter School is a public high school catering to students who have left school prior to graduation. Call 978-656-3165. Middlesex Institute for Lifelong Education for Seniors offers fascinating courses, intellectual stimulation, and friendship for older adults. Call 1-800-818-3434. Sully, The Words, Wit, and Wisdom of Paul Sullivan, a new hardcover book that celebrates the life of the late Paul Sullivan, an accomplished talk show host, Lowell Sun political editor and columnist, and MCC faculty member. All proceeds from the sale of the book will go to the Paul Sullivan Scholarship Fund. Pick up your copy today at your local market basket or go to www.middlesex.mass.edu/Sully. At Middlesex Community College, you can save a fortune on a priceless education. Call 1-800-818-3434 or online at www.middlesex.mass.edu. Welcome back to MCC Connects. I'm Mary Jo Griffin. I'm thrilled to introduce you now to Melissa Welch, the Director of Student Leadership and Student Activities.
Yes.
Thank you so much. One of my best friends on campus.
Thanks for having me.
So you are now, you're in a new role as the Director of Student Leadership.
Yes.
Now we know what student activities is, but let's talk a little bit about the leadership piece that has been implemented at Middlesex Community College and is really bursting. You can feel it throughout the entire campus. So how did it all come about?
Actually, about a year ago at a conference, we met with a vendor, the National Society for Leadership and Success, and had heard about this program that's been taking place on hundreds of college campuses. And so we've worked with them. We're piloting the program this year.
So what is your definition of, what is the college's definition of of what this leadership program is?
In our area, our Center for Leadership and Engagement, we really focus on the social change model where everyone is a leader. So the idea is that every person has the potential to lead.
So in order to be a part of this, did the student have to sign up and commit to it from September, or
Great question. Yeah, we actually did a mailing in August where we
Okay.
invited students to participate. We received a much higher response than we expected. We have over 300 students who are registered in the program.
Oh, wow.
We were anticipating about 100 or so. And so I think students really see the value, and we're really honored to be asked to be part of this program.
Are they being guided by a book or workbook, or?
They're part of this website, the National Society website, that they can track their own progress in terms of their attendance, all of the things that they've submitted or anything that their group has worked on in terms of their goals. And so they're actually seeing what their progress is. And they're every Monday they get a motivational Monday video sent from the National Society that's usually something really inspirational or depending on the time of the semester, just to kind of help them get on track academically, or that just gives advice.
What is it that the National Foundation is that sold you on this type of an idea?
Yeah, I think for me, the greatest, well, right off the bat, it was really the recognition, the name recognition of speakers that I know we wouldn't have the budget to bring to campus. So having our students really experience and hear from speakers like Hill Harper from CSI and some of the other noteworthy names is just, that for me is kind of what sold it initially, because I thought that would draw students in. However, at this point, I think what I've realized has been the biggest benefit or asset to the program is that we have about 375 students involved to some extent in the program. Many of those students are students, the majority really, students that wouldn't have been otherwise in touch with our office. So if students are invited, there is a one-time fee. And where we're piloting it this year, we offered scholarships available to students who wanted to join or just look into it. And so we offered that, and we'll continue to do that next semester as well.
What is the fee?
It's an $85 fee.
For the whole year, or for the program?
Forever. Yeah, so it's a one-time fee.
Okay.
They don't pay anything else after that. And then, as I mentioned, there are additional benefits and scholarships that are available to them.
Having a small fee attached to it is probably a positive thing that has kept them motivated. That, well, I paid for this. It's kind of like everything else, unfortunately.
We've seen that in other areas
Yes.
in our department as well, and so we've started charging even nominal fees for programs that may have been free before. And actually, we're talking about doing that even more so, but then offering the money back to students as a refund if they participate. So for instance, we had earlier this fall a Project Adventure leadership program, an expensive program to put on through our department, and a number of students not show. And so we thought, in the future, we will charge students for this. Those who attend will get their money back, and those who don't attend, in a sense, paid part of the fee that the college absorbed. So
That's actually
you're right. There is something to paying, and investing in a program.
So are most colleges going to a stronger leadership program within the college?
I'd say every college has some foundation of this, leadership development component that's really infused throughout the campus. Everyone has a different model that they're using. The social change model is something that's been part of our new one-credit leadership courses. So it's something that we're trying to, really infuse or embed in different areas at the college and not just our area, so that we have a consistent model, or students are getting, at least one message or one theory of leadership development.
Well, that's wonderful. Melissa Welch, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of MCC Connects. Stay tuned each month so that you too can be connected to Middlesex Community College.